Hey, what is up, everybody? And not the greatest day yesterday. Not at all. It was a 2-3 total day yesterday. I know across other platforms, a lot of people didn't do as well either. It's not that great of a day yesterday in the NBA. 2-3 day for us, though, yesterday. Only one hitting for us was Terry Rozier. Ended up having the big game as expected. And our added play late, so make sure that you join Discord once again. Make sure you join Instagram, and then check pinned comments before the games. Jalen Brunson was our added line yesterday when Luka was officially ruled out. I love Jalen Brunson as a backup point guard. I loved his line yesterday, and he went ahead and hit for us. As far as our misses, though, Jakob, which was our lock of the day, ends up just not really getting the shot attempts or the rebounds, man. When I get picks wrong, I personally like to go back and I like to see why I got it wrong. And in this case, I was just this close. Just chose the wrong big man. Keldon Johnson ended up having like 30. So, big man versus the Charlotte Hornets still ended up eating, but it was just not the one we wanted to. His front court mate, Keldon Johnson, ended up having a big night. So, right there, we just chose the wrong big man in that situation. Domantas Sabonis, you have to believe that if De'Aaron Fox didn't have a 40 bomb yesterday and didn't take 31 shots, that Sabonis would have crushed his line. Just fell just a few short. I think he was only like 4 or 5 short on his PRA, which we ended up taking yesterday. So, you had to think if De'Aaron Fox didn't have a really good game yesterday, he probably would have hit that. And man, Klay Thompson, that was just a bad one. The Warriors fall to the Lakers last night, which I did not anticipate at all whatsoever. So that one is just a bad call in all aspects on that one. But we'll get back at it today. Got some lines we got looking good today, so let's get it today. All right, of course, I got to shout out the Discord chat real quick. So if you're not joined to the Discord chat, always the link will be down in the description below. Also, if you're not following Instagram, check over to Instagram and just search up Take My Shot on Instagram. So make sure you're up to date. I always change if I change my slips there because of injury or whatever COVID happens. Lineup changes. I always put on here. Always before the first game, I'll always post my first slip. At least 30 minutes before game time. Also, if you guys are new to Underdog, because I know a lot of people in the chat and the comment section have asked me, like, what is this app and stuff like that. So this is Underdog Fantasy. It's strictly like a player prop betting app. They also have like fantasy drafts and stuff like that. It's a bunch of fun stuff to do on the app. If you guys are new and you guys want to sign up for it, also a link down in the description. It takes you right to the download of the app. That it takes you right to the sign in where it automatically puts in the Take My Shot code. If you guys could do that, that helps me out big time and massively. So thank you. If you guys want to do those couple of things, that'll be cool. Thanks. All right, now let's get to our bets. Here we go, our bet of the day. We got a rebound big time from yesterday because Jakob sold the bag. So today, got a couple of ones that I really thought about. Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a couple that I was really like, man, this could be lock of the day worthy. But today, it's gonna be our lock of the day. Give me CJ Mccullum, baby. The Pelicans are red hot right now. Their last 3 games that they've played recently have just been blowouts. I mean, over 25-point blowouts to the Lakers, to the Kings, and to the Jazz. So they are low-key playing like a team that's on a mission to make this play-in tournament by all means necessary right now. And the addition of CJ Mccollum has been huge for this team. Obviously, CJ Mccollum has also been playing very well of late. And the Denver Nuggets don't have the greatest perimeter defense in the world when it comes to stopping elite scoring guards. Also, CJ Mccollum in his last 3 games, again, this was when he was a part of the Blazers, but his last 3 games, he's averaging 25 points per game versus the Nuggets. So you'd have to think that CJ McCollum's going to have a pretty good success tonight. Last time they played an elite scoring guard in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he had 29 points on them. De'Aaron Fox had a big night on them as well. He had 26. So as history shows, they struggle against elite scoring guards. That's what CJ Mccollum is. This Pelicans team is red hot. Should be a good game between the Pelicans and the Nuggets tonight. So we're going to ride with CJ Mccollum's over 23.5 points tonight for our lock of the day. Next up, give me a line from the early game. I'm going to go Marcus Smart over on his 5.5 assists. Now, I know like 2 or 3 days ago, we went with this exact line and he came up an assist short. So I have a feeling today it's going to happen. Looking down the line, as far as playmaking versus the Nets defense, obviously today they're going to have Kyrie and they have Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant's more down down low and more on the wing than necessarily out on the perimeter. So his line is set at 5.5 assists. Last game without Jalen Brown, do mention he had 12 assists in the game without Jalen Brown. Okay, as far as guards having success passing the ball versus the Nets, Duncan Robinson, he had 7 assists. Malachi Flynn and Gary Trent combined for 15. They had 8 and 7. Drew Holiday had 7 assists, and also in their last matchup, it wasn't too long ago, just on Thursday, February 24th, he had 6 assists in that game, as well as Jalen Brown had 6 assists in that game. So obviously some of those assists are going to be going to Marcus Smart because Jalen Brown is not playing tonight. So 5.5 assists for Marcus Smart was nearly my lock of the day. It's my steal of the day for sure. This is easy money for Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists today. One more game from the super early slate, 12 o'clock game, and that Brooklyn versus the Celtics game. Give me Kyrie Irving. Hear me out. I know the Boston Celtics have great perimeter defense. They have some of the best in the league. Hear me out. They're losing Jason Tatum on the perimeter. So obviously Jason Tatum's a great defender. I'm not sure who they filled into that void last game as far as who was the starting shooting guard. I should know that, but I don't know who it is. Kyrie Irving obviously got traded from Boston. Has a little bit of a history with Boston as far as the fans and the organization there. And the numbers show it. His last 3 games versus the Celtics, he's averaging 27 points per game. I know it's against the way that I normally look at the game because I like to go based on matchups in the past, but his line is only set at 23.5, and in his last 3 matchups versus the Celtics, he's averaging 27 points per game. I know this is a team he used to play for. They have a little bit of a history together as far as not liking each other. Obviously, I think at times Kyrie Irving is it doesn't matter who's guarding him, he's one of the most unstoppable players in the NBA. And so I like the chances of Kyrie Irving hit this 23.5 points line, as well as the fact that this is going to be a little bit of a good game tonight. I have a feeling between the Nets and the Celtics, so I love Kyrie's line over 23.5. All right, next up we're going under, baby. We're going under on DeAndre Ayton's 9.5 rebounds. Of late, DeAndre Ayton has been struggling low-key. In his last 3 games versus the Bucks, he's only averaging 7.7 rebounds, so he's really not getting up into that double-digit range as far as rebounds go versus the Bucks. Obviously, it's not easy to rebound versus the Milwaukee Bucks, and it's proven versus with DeAndre Ayton in his last 3 matchups. Also, DeAndre Ayton of late has just not really been rebounding the ball well. He hasn't hit that double-digit figure in quite some time, if I'm not mistaken. He hasn't hit double-digit rebounds in about a month, right about almost a month here, maybe 3 weeks or so. He hasn't hit it since he played the Clippers back on February 15th. Since then, it's been 3 boards, 8 boards, 7 boards, 5 boards, 8 boards, 9 boards. Really hasn't gotten into that second tier category he needs to get into to get the double-digit rebounds. So I like the under on DeAndre Ayton's 9.5 rebounds tonight versus Milwaukee. On the flip side, you guys know I don't like to bet on him that much because I don't like to jinx him. But I'm going to go with Giannis Antetokounmpo's rebounds set at 12.5 tonight versus the Suns. I think the Suns are still a good team. They're going to manage to keep this game close even though it's with Milwaukee. They'll manage to keep this game close. They're still a great team even without Booker and Chris Paul. They're still a great coach team, so great, have good players. All right. Julius Randle in their last matchup versus the Suns and the Knicks. He had 7 boards but got ejected. You have to think that he would have got close to that range. Mitchell Robinson ended up gobbling up a lot of those boards. He had 15 boards in that last matchup with how their new lineup is looking right now. Eubanks only played 18 minutes and he had 8 rebounds. You have to think that Giannis tonight is going to eat the glass tonight versus the Suns. Even Rudy Gobert, he had 14 rebounds. So Giannis is going to be primarily getting most of these rebounds as well as Bobby Portis, but Giannis has been eating as well recently with his rebounds. 16 rebounds, 17 rebounds, 16 rebounds his last 3 games. His line is set at 12.5 tonight versus the Phoenix Suns, and I like that line for Giannis Antetokounmpo, so I'm going to go over on 12.5 rebounds for Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight versus Suns. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. 5-slip may move around a little bit, but today's 3-slip definitely won't move around at all. But let's give you our perfect 3-slip. Perfect 3-slip is going to be our lock of the day. CJ McCollum over 23.5 points. Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists. And Kyrie Irving over 23.5 points today for our perfect 3-slip. And a 5-slip might change, so make sure you join Discord so you guys can stay up to date with that as well as Instagram. So our 5-slip at this point in time will be CJ McCollum, Marcus Smart, Kyrie Irving, our 3-slip, as well as under on DeAndre Ayton's rebounds and over on Giannis Antetokounmpo's rebounds to make our perfect 5-slip right now. All right, that's going to finish today's video, guys. Keep your eyes posted. I'm getting ready to do the interview with Brendan Rigsby, Oregon Duck commit and Balls Life sensation here today pretty soon. That video will most likely be out tomorrow, depending on just how that whole editing process goes with that. And also, I'll be going to the Bucks game versus the Oklahoma City Thunder on Tuesday, so keep your guys out for that because that video is gonna have to be out early, and then I'll have a cool little thing on Wednesday for that. So a lot of stuff coming up. Excited for. Hopefully we can just keep chugging along here. We've been a little bit hot lately. Try to have a better day than we did yesterday. I have a feeling we'll have a much better day today than we did yesterday. Yesterday, I wasn't really feeling the picks today. I'm feeling it a little bit better today. So let's get this money. Catch you guys next time. Peace.